Right, I'm doing a recording that's also going to go on Twitch, so let's start streaming as well, I suppose. Excellent. I should be doing both right now. Am I live? Yes, apparently so. I'm doing a quick demo and intro to how I get working with Warfigure. By far our biggest requests are to do with the listing that we have for bespoke wings. Actually, let me show you. Where are we? There we go. Let's go this way. So, Warfigure is a corporation that I started in order to explore 3D modeling and wargaming and hobby related things. I did it as a company because I don't want to lose my house if I ever get sued for IP, which seems ridiculous. Also, it means that there's an opportunity to work with other people of a similar nature and hopefully band together in a way that's both legal and legitimate and all the rest, but also it kind of makes sense and where maybe we can get paid. So at the moment, these are figures that I subscribe to on Patreon. I subscribe to the likes of who is it? Cross Lances, who does this one. I subscribe to who's this one by? Villages Hope Miniatures, who do fantastic Japanese related and manga related items, and I'm a subscriber of STL Miniatures. They're very good. They tend to do kind of steampunky fantasy stuff, but this sort of stuff is by far the most sought after. Clay Cyanide, who appears to be a very, very prodigious artist. So I print them to scale based on his designs. So these are actual photos of actual prints that I have done in the past, and that across there is, I believe, in centimeters. That's metric, that is, because these guys are quite diddy. As you can see, with one resting against the handle of a scalpel. So the print quality that I get is fantastic. That's deliberate. I'm doing my utmost to push the machinery as far as it will go. I use a basic home printer, a 3D printer, a Mars 2 Pro. I say basic, it's several £100 and it's quite cool, but it doesn't do it for you. You have to really work at it. Anyway, in here, not in there, not in all of Etsy, in here, this is the listing that gets all the attention because I make stuff like this. And these bespoke wings can be sized to scale. So there's a figure, typical, slightly smaller than Warhammer, D&D style fantasy figure, and these are 100mm wings, which are absolutely massive. I'm doing it on Wingspan so that everybody gets roughly the same size of wing when they order. So there's different scale options and different pattern options. So you might want diabolic looking wings, or you might want griffin wings, or you might want vermilion bird wings. I don't actually, although I've got a license for all of these, we use the professional licenses for everything so that everything's above board and legit. But I don't actually have all of the models on sale in the shop that I have the wings for, because I've had to find wings for people. So these come from Azrael, and the Azrael figure in shop is actually quite diddy. And for some of them, the wings are huge. So this is on a 40mm base. And as you can see, normal scale, the wings are quite tiny. They can be zoomed up to 100mm, but they start to lose a bit of definition. I find usually about 3 times scale is 300% is about your maximum. So what I'm going to do is I've had a request from someone to design wings for this. Before I actually print out the wings and before we do anything else, I asked for dimensions so that I could mock it up, because this figure is all very well, but if the wings don't fit, then it's no good. So here is, I just did a live stream on how to mock up wings and didn't record it. So here's the recorded version, hopefully for posterity. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of, let's put a high threshold on that, too high. I'm going to get rid of all the colours I don't want. And keep all the ones I do want. No, I got rid of some of the shadow. I'm going to have to do it with an eraser instead. So 100%, whack the size up, clear the board. It hasn't got an alpha channel. Add an alpha channel, clear the board. No, too much. I do this whether or not anybody's bought a figure, because if you can't see what you're getting, it's no good, whether you've bought it or not. It is a bit of work. I hope to be able to reuse it every time. Sometimes I won't be able to reuse it, so be it. I like the idea that everybody gets the same amount of attention. It's a form of equality. I'm very keen on equality. In theory, everything should be equal. In practice, theory and practice aren't equal, obviously. So I do my best. So this person has actually bought wings. Apologies if you hear a cat meowing in the background. It's not some baby crying or something. This person's bought wings to go with their model. I'm assuming this is a D&D model. Looks like a fairly cool piratess. If there is such a thing, pirate. And I've completely forgotten what wings they asked for now, but I'll deal with that in a sec. Right, that's pretty good. I don't want to spend forever on this bit, but if you don't put the work in now, it's going to look shoddy as anything at the end. So the idea is that having done this, I can now, or thereabouts, have a look. Yeah, lovely. Image crop to selection. So let's export that. Pirate.png. Yes, export. Why do you bother asking me? I wish I could just tick a button and have it always do the same. Right. From there, I need to get it into the 3D app. Let's have a look. My 3D app's not running. There it is. Let me... Here's some I made earlier. Tempting. I'm going to load image though and load this up as a new thing. There's my pirate. That's not bad straight away, but what you can see is it's extruded with colours everywhere and it looks big and blocky. I find it helps if you whack this up fully. I don't know why it shouldn't, or at least I haven't worked out why. And smoothing seems to help as well, so I shall smooth it off. And then what I've got is a big block of wood with image on the top. So let's change that to quite a thin block of wood with an image on the top. Turn it round, have it sort of face us, and zoom it up. No, a bit more than that, let's go 40. Now, I have been told this is a 38mm. I think I might need to turn this one. Should have done it in imagery. Something like that? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a 38mm person on a 28mm base. So, object, measure, 25mm base even. 56.98. Quick bit of calculator work. Where are you? Oops, calc. 25 divided by 56.98. Should have rounded off really. 43.87. So I now need to scale this to, make sure it's locked, so it all scales 43.87, 44%. Hopefully our figure is to scale. Let's check. It should be 38mm top to bottom. That's not far off, depending on which angle we're looking at. I might just twirl them back a little that way. There we go. Right, so there's our figure. And what were the wings? One of the reasons I'm doing this makes me proud. 5-star ratings, 100%. That's as good as it gets. And that's kind of what I'm wanting. I don't actually want to be the best. I don't expect to be the best. I do, however, expect me and the business and anyone involved in it to hold ourselves to the highest standards. Because if you don't do that, what are you mucking about with? Let's not be sloppy. So, wings. What is it? Vermilion curled, 19mm. Okay. I'm going to have to delete that. That's not fair. Oh, that's all right. I didn't show you it. I went and looked. Let me show you what I was just looking at. So you've been staring at that figure. Okay, so on my dashboard here, 100% 5-star ratings is what I was talking about when I just looked up someone's order and then worried afterwards that I should have deleted the video. Luckily, didn't need to. Didn't look at it on the screen. The reason we get 5-star ratings is because we care. The reason our message response rate is a little low is because we do extra work. And the reason the dispatch is off is because at times it's a madhouse at home, but also because it's bespoke stuff. Sometimes it takes longer. Do our best to make it work, but it's going to have problems at times. Most of our clients are pretty happy with that. I am trying to change that and reduce timings, but you can't reduce bespoke timings. It's just not possible. I mean, this kind of work here, come on, get on with it. Thank you. It takes a lot of doing. So insert, add vermilion, load object, bespoke wings, vermilion, 19mm vermilion wings. Beautiful. Here's some I made earlier. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm starting to colour code them. I'm starting to get collections of different kinds of wings. I've got them in different formats. 3MF for 3D Builder and other programs. If 3MF doesn't work particularly well when you do it in lychee or other slices, but it does occasionally. Usually it's scaling issues and you just have to scale it back to 100%. But for these mock-ups, when it eventually loads, get on with it. Thank you. Oh, hello, you just... I'm not zeroed. Zero your Cartesian coordinates. And you yours. So for this kind of thing, this is ideal. Because you get to see straight off whether or not that's going to work. Unfortunately, I have a back picture, not a front picture of the pirate. Who knows why, but for scaling purposes, it's ideal. So, in fact, if I turn it around the other way, interestingly, you get that. That might be a better picture. So, I'm going to select all and duplicate so that I can get a front and a back. And that lot, let's turn it 180. Are these curled? Are these normal vermilion? Is it curled that I'm after? I now cannot remember. Let's have a quick look while you're not watching. Orders and delivery. Curled. So this is no good. Get rid of them, get rid of them. Do I have some curly ones? No. Okay. Right. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up a slicer. And I'm going to open my previous scene where I'm hoping I've got some curved ones and scale it from there. I can't make head or tail of this. Let's have a look. Oh, that's not helpful. Griffin code. Right, let's go hunting the originals. So I'll quick look at the scale. 100%. Scale again. 113mm each. Yikes. So 100% is 100mm. Yeah, 90 something, 110-ish. 60 deep. That is huge. Gorgeous looking wing, that. Anyway. Right, so I'll check scale. That will do that. I'm now going to open media. Open the file, open the original. This is going to be quite large. And while I'm waiting for it, I'm just going to discard open windows like my slicer and stuff. Yes, I want that. But I want it up and turned and duplicated and mirrored. Let's mirror that one because it's slightly quicker and easier and I don't have to think about it as much. And like that. Paint. What colour do I do 19mm in? I can't remember. Let's have a look. Come on, 3D. Blue. Let's go for blue. It's lovely. Not going to change on me in the last second. You are going to colour them. Excellent. And scale. Right. I'm in totally the wrong place. That's better. Okay, so we want that about there-ish. Let's do the same duplicate jobby. Still want them grouped. Something like, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, that's alright. Not quite perfect though. That round like that. That round like that. And spread apart slightly. And group them. Bring that to there. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Sizing appears to work. D&D figure scale is correct. Wings look pretty decent. Let's check it from the other side. Not quite lined up. There we go, like that. Which means there we go, like that. Oh, deselect all. Perfect. Print screen, thank you very much. Green shot, good job. And I will ping my customer with this and say, yeah, I think that's going to work. They look pretty cool. Hopefully they'll work really well for the customer. Just in case, I'm also going to try and get an overhead shot and a more angled one. So that's how I, at least, mock up wings for bespoke work. It's incredibly useful for the customer. It's quite cool to do in the first place. It's a bit labour intensive, but if you're going to guarantee your work, which you do, then you're going to need to make sure that you do the right job in the right way at the right size in the right time. I can't crowbar anymore in there, I think. Everything's right. So that's how we do it, or at least that's how I do it. I'm hoping other people will join me and it will become a collective, not just some horrible corporation. I'm hoping that anybody who orders this kind of stuff appreciates these kinds of efforts. I think they do. I've got a lot of positive feedback so far, and like I say, it's one of the reasons that we're getting this kind of feedback here. 100% 5-star ratings, not to be sniffed at. I mean, some of these are fantastic. Let's have a look at my channel itself. Fast shipping, thank you very much. Great communication, lovely. Amazing quality, thank you, excellent. That's what I'm striving for. It doesn't have to be the absolute best. I'm not trying to win everything. But like I say, higher standards, and if you fail slightly, then you're not far wrong. Whereas if you start sloppy, it's going to be sloppy all the time. If I look at the listing itself and look at the feedback, I mean, some of these people are absolutely lovely, possibly too nice. But again, how terrible is that if people are being lovely about it? Right, so that's how we do it. That's what we do. That's what you get. If you're not doing that and you're in this business, this is what you should be doing. If you are doing that and you're in this business, stop copying my ideas, or at least, shout me out or something. And if you want to do that and you want to be in this business, maybe you should get in touch. If you've got a 3D printer and you're willing to do a bit of work on making sure that what you print is accurate, this is what I'm after. I'd love to have somebody join me. At the moment, I've got several business partners who all like to be silent. Oh well, so be it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this has been useful. It's what's the way of putting it? I'm going to try and report on everything that I do. So this is somewhere between news and, I don't know, 3D print interest, and if you're a customer, or if you're, even if you're a competitor, if you're interested in the 3D printing world and how it works and who's doing what. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And for now, I'm going to leave you at that.